once again. Tonight we're not playing FIFA, we are playing Crimes and Punishments. Good old Sherlock Holmes. Actually, I've got the camera on and the camera is not around, so let's have a look and see if we can find it. Just turn it off. Oh. Let's see if we can set it up in some fashion. Might be looking up at me the whole time. I wasn't actually planning on putting it on, to be honest, as you can see why. Because we don't really need it for this game just now. I wasn't really planning on having it at all, actually. To be truthful, because I'm not actually sure if it'll work or not. But let me see if I can bring it down a wee bit. Make it a little bit better. I need to move myself into the correct way of it. Yeah. Let's see if I can change this out about. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better now. Move it actually back down again a wee bit. Hope that it'll fit okay. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's get it on. Hopefully the camera won't mark out anything. Otherwise, maybe have to just turn it off. Okay, so we're playing this one just because seen it during the week. I was watching the stream. A game called Among Us, which we will be playing in a couple of weeks as well. But also, we talked about this massive Sherlock Holmes fan. Just thought, let's just get it. It's like £2 or something. Beating that, I don't even think it was £2. It was like 3 or 4 maybe. It was out about 10 years ago, but looking pretty good as far as that's concerned. So I thought we'd just give it a go just for a change. I'm getting the new game, the new Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1's coming out in 2 or 3 weeks, I think it is. So we'll go from there. This is basically a first and third person detective game. The idea is to get through each of the different ones. We're doing the fate of Black Peter first of all. I think there's 6 cases in total I think you have to do. So we're going to do the fate of Black Peter first, and then see where we're at. There's good old Holmes. Played this yet, so... Oh, there's Holmes. Good job. Typical
Holmes!
Here quick before he shoots me. Dirtbird.
Holmes, will you stop?
Holmes, will you stop that, old boy? Before I kill you. I'd come and punch you in the face. You face puncher, dog.
Mad.
Oh, mad, I say. Bloody mad.
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the
I'm
vases.
hopeful that the old music doesn't get me copyrighted as well.
Watson,
but we'll see what happens.
Please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Meat. Who's this? That must be Lestrade, presumably.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
Mrs. Hudson's
It's
raging.
the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Oh.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Holmes is a bit of a killjoy,
Peter
isn't he?
Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Mysterious.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should
Wonder
help
that
Mrs.
end up being a
Hudson
thing.
here. I also have
Either
several
within this or
appointments
within
that
the
I must
game
keep this
for Merry
afternoon.
Men.
I shall go alone then.
One thing we know about Holmes is that whenever they discuss other cases, he usually ends up in the middle of them. So I wonder it'll be a part of the game. So what do we do here? So if we press this to open the case book and check current progress, so we'll do that. So we need to investigate the murder of Peter Curry, inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lane, select a suit to wear using personal wardrobe, and join Lestrade. How do you move across? Oh yes, there we go. So this is how you move. So if you, I guess, go to here, then it will take you to these particular places. This is the person, Peter Curry, that we're looking for, or that get moided. And I guess that's documents, souvenirs, no, there it goes, character portrait. So, excuse me, so we need to go first person for this. So you can flip between first person and third person using the old circular button, and then we need to go into his room. There's his wardrobe. Right, so basically you've got custom wardrobe in this now. Oh, well, we'll go sailor outfit, and I think not. Well, that's quite nice actually, that button suit. Black suit. I do like the grey suit. I'll go with that one. No. No, don't need any glasses. Big bushy beard. So presumably at some point this will
I
be.
might get this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think probably. I mean, it was like £3 or something, or £4 or something like that. Maybe 6, somewhere around about there. It's been out for a very long time, to be honest. Oh, that's a good look for him there. There we go. That'll do rightly. To wardrobe. To none. I would like some makeup options. Costume currently equipped are not available at the moment and will be reset to default. Confirm. Now we got to keep the suits. That's at least one thing, I suppose. Encyclopedia exam.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Okay, so what we need to do is get the old case book up. We need to go to Woodman's Lane. Oh, that'll work. There we go. I have to say, the details brilliant on this, by the way. It looks brilliant now, I have to say. So this is where we need to get the old eyes opened. Because anything that happens here could be a clue.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Or he's a bear, look. Let's just have a wee Jeff Duke. So what do I need to do? Join the Strad. Up top. Now this is us going into Holmes view, so footprints. So basically, you can go into Holmes view where he puts his analytical mind to everything that goes on around him.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Excuse me. Okay, so we've got the footprints. They're unidentified footprints recently in a patch of wet earth at Woodman's Lee. Find a pair of, so we need to find, perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them. So that is one of the things that we now need to do. You have to excuse the coughing here. I'm absolutely
It seems
busted.
that the garden was well maintained.
Well maintained, you say? Here we go.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a
Hello.
detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, let's
Madam,
interrogate her.
can you tell me if you saw or heard anything
Interrogate
unusual
her.
on the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well,
Oh, actually,
Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
naughty. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is, again, Sherlock mode. Cameo. Where you're checking everything. No. Catholic Rosary. There is to check. Gardening gloves. Now what this does is it gives you more stuff to look at. Forward. It also helps you with your questioning because you notice key pieces of information. So if we've missed something. Oh, here it is. So you see it
Do you
added
remember
extra
at what time you found your
questions there?
husband's body?
In the
because there
morning,
wasn't a question about
at
a
around
gardener.
7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Oh, don't know why I did that. It looked like that I should. Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was a tug.
He was different, wasn't he? when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth.
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oh. Oh, okay, so you must have to choose these in order to be able to get a correct profile of the victim. Didn't suggest Plymouth, but her rosary beads do suggest pilgrimage. Unidentified footprints have nothing to do with it. I'm going to go pilgrimage just to see what happens.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Yes, got it right.
Thank you, madam.
Just call me Sherlock Jr., baby. Alright. Where are we going now? Okay, nice. Excuse me. Let's do the wee run. Whee! There's Lestrade now.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin.
Alright, you ready?
We took care
Here we
not to touch
go.
anything.
Don't bloody touch it, you slag.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
These
there we go.
scratches are fresh.
Had to go into
You're
Sherlock's
right.
out there.
Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these
This is
scratches
probably
were
the
not here
beginning
yesterday.
level. Teaches you
Our
how to do
mysterious
stuff.
visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Right, let's go in now. Right, so we've immediately gone into first person mode. Oh!
What a terrible way to die.
Harpooned. Oh. That's a death and a half there. Let's examine what's on the table.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
Oh dear.
Yep. You got a nasty death there. PC.
The initials P have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Well, that kind of makes sense for now because his name's Peter Curry, right? So it could be his. But you just didn't know. Just yet, lassie.
Rum. A sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Anything else to examine here? No, let's go back out. Let's go and look at around the rest of the spots. See what's on this map.
Dundee.
Oh. Thank you. Thought you were going to tell me something there. Oh.
Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
A whaling map?
Like the cool whip.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Sperm.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. The ship's logs of...
So we're definitely putting together
harpoons for hunting whales.
Let's have a look at the chest.
These boots, they look to be a size 8.
Right, so we'll go and test them. So remember we saw the footprints earlier, so we're going to go test them later on.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting, Ben. What? Right, so examine the pool of blood.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Oh my bloody God.
This man is in his 50s, yet he's still quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Look at all the flies.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Oh. Hit the object in any direction.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Yep, yes they are. I feel like I'm missing key information somewhere on the top of the screen where the old thingy is.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Oh, didn't get to see it there. So I didn't. That's a knife.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Right, I wonder if we got any. So this is his brain, right? Basically what you're doing with all these different things, you're trying to link them together to see if any of them kind of work. Let's see if we go to breaking attempts here. Nope, so there's no connection there. Oh, there's connection there. So what is that connection? Ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Yes, basically...
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Yep, so basically what you do is, whenever you get all of your clues, all your different bits and pieces, you jump into his brain, you try and connect everything together so you've got one cohesive story to work out who the murderer is by the end of the unit. So I just want to double check and see that we've completed all the character stuff. Yep, I need to do that for sure. So we've completed all of that. Well, we've only completed that part, so we haven't finished inspecting the crime scene yet, apparently.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
I wonder if there's something else in this shelf that I've missed. Suspiciously empty space.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
So we still haven't done the old thing, right? So what we need to do here, dialogue, has been recently removed. Box or small box, perhaps. Okay, so just want to check and make sure I haven't missed anything else from here. Nothing else on the table. Oh. Oh. So I did miss something. But I don't know what it is. It's not fully examined yet, so we need to work out why. Ah, didn't realize you could do that.
This aroma is familiar. To recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
How do you do this now? do not know what I am trying to do here. I'm being completely honest. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I have absolutely no idea what I'm meant to be doing here. Yep.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
No idea. It's taking too long, don't have time, who cares? So, tobacco pouch made from seal skins on the table. It's crudely burned into it as sailor's work. Right, so. Great. Inspect Woodman's Lee completed. So, investigate the murder. Organize an ambush with Lestrade. The first thing I want to do is, before we do that, let's pop back out into. Let's go back over to the old footprints. Oh, the wrong button, sorry. Right, let's test it with Kerry's boots.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Alright, so we know it's not Curry then, so there must have been somebody else. Excuse me. Let's see what we got. Right, so let us go back to Lestrade.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the
Ambush, baby.
outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Alright, so. Plans to go and hide behind here, is it? Get in this way. Can.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Alright, not bad. Get her loaded, boys. Alright, let's play on. Oh, it's freezing, so it is. It found her the shite out of you, know. Oh.
Shh. Did you hear that?
I can fucking hear you, big lad. Oh. Somebody's on the snake. Oh.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there. Mr. Holmes.
There we go.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny
Oh.
that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
Till you say it where I said
I'm tired of
every
this.
second.
Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough.
It's a
You can
terrible
explain
actor.
all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
So his initials were JHN, and
In
that
light
was
of
what was in
recent
front of the
events,
notebook.
it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You
You're
are
welcome.
welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Right, where are we at now? Oh, we're at the police station. There we are. It's here.
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what? A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. A handkerchief with the initials JHN. And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Okay, so that means we need to go back to the archive, which is where it is in. So investigate the murder, interrogate the suspect. So we're going to do that just now. But we need to go back to Baker Street because we need to go back to the archive. I'm going to do that first. We're going to go to Baker Street, have a look at the archives, see if we can find out what the crack is with Dawson. Let us go. Big bow. Work of Edward Armitage. So it must be one of these, is it? Oh, Dawson's and Nelligan. Oh, that's quite interesting, actually. So Dawson Nelligan Investment Fund, reasonable banking institution based in Cornwall, declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in the loan portfolio. 23rd largest bank in Britain. Its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company in pure catastrophe for many Cornwall people. Josh Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by police and his creditors.
Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
It is. Let's go. Scotland Yard, baby. Alright, let's do it. Just down here somewhere, is it? Yeah, it is, yeah. Alright, let's go. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hack him out, first of all. Excuse me. Expensive fabric, you say? Short sleeves. Calloused hands. Scars. Elaborate button. Character portrait complete.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
Oh.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
Glad you are.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Except for anyone. It kind of makes sense that he's wearing his parts of his father's jacket because of the the ring's engraving says it's to Dawson when he is Nelligan. I'll go father's jacket. Oh, that's the wrong one. Uh-oh.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Right, let's go rings engraving.
The
That's
ring's
right.
date of engraving is many years ago.
Get
You
it
would have
right.
been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Oh, it's
No,
father's jacket
Mr.
this
Nelligan.
time.
I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Because he's Mr. Holmes.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Right, let's go get the connections together. They recover the notebook that had been lying in the pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Which is correct. So all it does is make John Nelligan look guilty. Oh, there must be more. He was armed with his knife. Armed with his knife, but he did not have time to use it. Here it is here. Need to find out whether an unskilled or untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Prepare for harpoon throwing experiment. Do you ever think you'd hear that before in your life? I did not. Ship's log.
This is a good wee game, bro.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's cracker. So, ship's log for the year 1883 might put some light on the connection between Peter Curry and Nelligan's father. So we need to go back to get the ship's log from earlier. John Nelligan seems not to be the usual thief. What's his role? Gonna find that out, and then Watson will help us with the harpoon throwing. So we'll go and get the let's go get the papers first of all. I need to go to Woodman's Lane for that, so let's go to Woodman's Lane, get the old papers. I could sit and play this all day. It's so good, to be honest with you. It's great. These are great, these things. These games.
"1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
I love murder mystery games.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual.
Excuse me.
Log notes for July. Nothing special.
What about August?
Log notes for August.
Oh.
These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
So let's see what else we gotta do now. He should be somewhere at Baker Street. Right, so let's go back to Baker Street then. And we will go and speak to the main man. We'll get this. Find the crew of the Sea Unicorn is our new requirement, but we've got to go do the harpoon thing first. Let's do it. As always, to be like what you see here, don't forget
Something
to
new,
butt
Watson.
on.
I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have to call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Oops, Gladstone. Oh! Dirty dog.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
I'm not going to go there yet.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Better go and check out the harpoon first.
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Right, let's go do that. Gotta go back to Woodsman's Lane and get a harpoon. Harpoon! There we go. We need the harpoon.
That should do it. Now I am ready.
Let's go to the butcher's, baby. Right, let's see what he has to do.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
He's such a wee
To indulge
posh dog, isn't
myself
he?
in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Oh shit.
Holmes, you should try to aim.
We are not having much luck.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
There we go. Must have got it that time, did I?
This is the best
Yes.
possible result that I could get. You see, throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
What a shot
All
right
right.
in the middle.
But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Yes, please.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Let's see if we've got anything else now. Let's go lucky throw for the minute. So I'll just double check again and see if there's anything else there. Nothing yet. Okay, so what do we need to do here? So, Joe Nelligan seems not to be. Lestrade might have some new facts about the case, so we're going to go back to Scotland Yard. Go and see good old Lestrade and Scotland Yard. A lot of backwards and forwards, let's say that. Good old blind walkthroughs, eh? Blind.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
He doesn't think so.
These are the sections.
Oh, interesting. We got more boots.
Liam
Let's
Hurtley's old
have
boots.
those.
They're a size 9.5.
We'll have to go and test them now. That'll be the next job. Let's have a look at this
The stains
letter.
are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Oh, okay.
A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
Have you still got that cold?
Yeah, well, kinda. It's not too bad, so it's not. So what we need to do now. Warm my throat, really. So I don't want to do Liam Hurtley yet. I want to check the boots. And I want to check the letter. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to Baker Street. Because I think that there's a part of Baker Street where I can use chemicals to sort out the letter. I never remember when checking it earlier. Right, let's go. There we go.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
So look at this again.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second
So blue
condition,
first.
orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
So 1. Orange is going to be in number 4, so guess we can put the green one in then. So it doesn't really matter. I hope so, at least anyway. So what's number 3 then? Colorless has to be after. I don't know. Is the honest answer? So we'll try this and see what happens. And then it's going to be orange because it has to be number 4. And colorless. Yeah, I think I've done this wrong. Reset it. Pretty sure I've done it wrong actually. So we're gonna go. So this is blue. This is blue. This is green. These are colorless, right? So we need to do blue first. And so blue first. Now it could be any color there by the looks of it. So put that in green. There has to be 2 colors before that, so we do that. And then orange is here. Oh yeah, and then we'll do this here. And then orange again. And then hopefully this one.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Get in, you slag.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery. I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Right, there we go. So we've got that. So what have we got here? Letter C. So we need to go and do this. What's this here part here? So we've got to do something with that. So we need to find a use for it. We need to find a use for this one. So we're going to go and test that in Woodman's Lane first of all. And we're going to check those boots and see if they fit those thingamies. Footprints. And you back again, baby. Oops. Footprints.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
So Liam Hartley has been in the building. Right, so I wonder maybe if we go back and try and talk to your one again. See if there's anything else she knows now that we know that he's been there.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
We know it's gone.
Thank you, madam.
So we know it's gone. So let's go to Scotland Yard now. Now it's time to go and talk to Hartley because he is up to his neck in something, baby. I don't think it'll be too long before we'll start to put this together now. Excuse me.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hartley. That I can tell you, but you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Let's check him out, baby. Old scar. Gardener's hands. Funny, we were looking for the set of gardener's hands, weren't we? Plant remains. So he's definitely up to his neck in plants. Handkerchief with crested tit. Tit.
Tell me, Mr. Hartley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Yes, it does.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Well, he has to be a gardener, right? It's going to be one of these two. It's not that one, it's the other one then.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
No, this one I don't know what he's talking about, but we'll do... Oh, no, that's right, sure, he said it in the letter, didn't he? Let's go with the letter, because sure, he said in the letter he'd
I
hidden
did
something.
as you asked, and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
All right. So... he had something in the spot where the garden tools are kept. So we need to go and do that. So let's go do that now. We need to go back to Woodman's Lane. Let's go. Right, so let's go. Let's go up this way for a change. Oh look, still unhappy. God love her. Poor husband.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Are you sure?
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
Right. Oh, press the wrong button, sorry. My bad. My bad. Let's look around now. What's in the box, Miss Fox?
Let us see what is in this box.
Oh, you're a bollocks. Tate. Right, so let's see. Oh, there we go, we did it. Don't ask me how I did it, I have no idea. What I can tell you is my controller is starting to bust.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Oh, caught on. Fear might happen if you're going against God. I think if you're care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I've been bound by God.
Dirty birdies.
Dirty dogs. Is right. Caught on the half. Okay, let's go talk to her again then. Cause she be telling her the porky pies to me that place. Dorty, porky pies.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
An affinity?
What are you talking about?
Don't lie, you dirty liar. Romantic correspondence,
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Oh, so we've investigated the subject is being completed. Now we need to go back and see where Wiggins is. Will be met in current case. Future case, so I'm missing 2 people currently. Missing 1 person actually. So yeah, currently. So let's go. That's not grand enough. Catch yourself on. Back to Baker Street, boys. We'll go and find out what Wiggins has to say for himself. Right, let's go and have a wee look and see if we can start to piece some of this together a little bit. So let's go. No. Hey, where is that one? William Hartley loved that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. It's true. Must be more. No, can't do it now. Gotta go back in and see if we can flip some stuff together here.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Let's see. Oh, Patrick Kearns. Okay, so the tobacco pouch PC, public. He died a week ago. Patrick
This man
Kearns
is a
the one.
harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Looking like he's getting plenty of drinking out buys. Right, so it has to be. Let me have a wee look at this now. Footprints. Hartley's footprints. Let's see. Break-in attempts. Missing tin box. Yeah. Oh yeah, they connected, weren't they? Yeah, Judy Curry's playing a bit of a line game here, isn't she? It's true. Oh. Oh, okay, look. Oh wow, okay, so we've got to a point now where we can actually charge somebody. Motive was jealousy and his love for Curry's wife. It's okay. Makes sense. But we'll keep going. So we shall. Oh. What am I supposed to be doing in here? Let's go have a chat to Watson.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
I want to go and have a wee chat to that other guy there, so to be honest. But I don't seem to be able to for some reason. Probably because we put the whole thing together. What's out here, I wonder? guess we're going to Scotland Yard. Well, that was certainly very quick. I didn't realise it was going to be as quick as that. I'm pretty sure there had to be more to it than just that. Couldn't have got it together that quickly. Certainly has motive for murder, that's for sure. But
how is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
I do. There we go. Pitch belongs to indicates as present the crime scene, but it must still be proven.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Ah, okay. There we go. Right, so we need to go back to Baker Street for that then. I was going to say I didn't want to go the whole way through it and then realise that Peter Cairns is a person of interest. So let's see. Go to the wardrobe, my boy. No, sailor outfit, of course. Naturally. I want to make ourselves quite scrufferific. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, perfect.
Now we can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
See which pubs where we're going now, boys. Oh, look at me. I'm careless. First person. Oh, here he is. Right in front of me too. There's a sea dog if ever there's one.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
To me.
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Okay, so follow Patrick Cairns' facial expressions to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle, and plan your counter strategy. Hold or restrain. Yes. Can't be
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
I'm just gonna skip it. Skip it, baby. He's ripping that.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Es que vi la caramba es. Yellow nails. Sailor's tattoo.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, I find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumours about that one.
Rumours to say.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that happened. In August of that
Here
year,
we go.
Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
No.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here.
I'm off to the cars, eh?
Here it is.
Here we go.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
We've run out of mine
I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like,
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Right, where we going now? Baker Street. I want to have a wee look into the mind's eye now. Missing tank. It's definitely Patrick Kearns now. We know that for sure. Remember, the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder. This proves his guilt. Kearns has confirmed the pouch belongs to him. Yeah, I think it's that one. We're definite. Let's get back into thing here. Let's see. I just want to start now to try and piece everything together here. So they don't have anything to do with each other. Liam Hartley's letter. Oh, press the wrong button there. So, it's been confirmed that Liam Hartley was flirting with Peter Curry's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affections. I mean, that's possible, but this is also possible. Well, this actually looks much better than that. That does give him motive. But that's also true. I wonder if I choose the other one. Oh no, that's not right. Logical conflicts between switching to the alternative. Okay, so that's not right then. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got nothing as yet. We did have something, but not yet. No. Does that then go anywhere? We have one conclusion at the minute. There's been a tin box in the cabin. Still more to this, I think, so there is, but I don't know what to do now. Let's see. It's still John Nelligan. So we need to find a use. Piece of stock exchange certificate belonging to the Canadian Pacific. Okay, I'll have a little bit lost now at this stage. Oh, if Cairns was the guy. Let's go back to Scotland Yard and see what we can do. I haven't got anything in the next 10 minutes or so that's new. We're gonna call it a day. Call it a night, I should say.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Alright, looks like it's time just to give it up. Let's have a wee look in here. I feel like there's something underneath my face cam here that's telling me to do something different. So let's see. Yeah. Hartley's guilty, boys. So, I think this is the only way through. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but... So, to condemn, Liam Hartley has been found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey. Must be punished by the law in all of its rigour. Or, Liam Hartley's mind was clouded by his love for Judith Carey. This murder was a crime of passion under emotional duress. Nevertheless, he must answer to the law for what he has done. So, which one you want to choose? X or square? Tell me. Should we be nice or should we just condemn? I think we will just condemn.
The case is solved. I am now ready to present the guilty party.
So tell me, who killed Black Peter?
It was Liam Hurtley.
That doesn't surprise me. I've never seen a guiltier-looking fellow.
He was in love with Judith Carey. It caused a conflict that proved fatal for her husband.
I think it was maybe Kearns,
Come
but I
on
couldn't
now,
link them.
let us confront him.
So I couldn't. So
Liam Hurtley, you are formally accused of the murder of Peter Carey. We are aware that you were in love with Carey's wife. He was a violent and irascible man. He needed to be eliminated. You had no qualms.
But that's absurd. I'm innocent.
Well, we caught you, lad.
The case is resolved, Inspector. I shall return to Baker Street.
Very well, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now. So we found Liam Hurtley murdered and remained silent to hide his crime. Thanks to your deductive reasoning, his relationship with Judith Carey was revealed. Also his presence in Woodman's Lee. Decided to bring him to justice. Press to check your conclusion. May spoil your game experience. Choose another ending. Or accept the decision. We'll press the button. Have a look. Ooh, so it's wrong. So I'm actually wrong. I didn't find all the clues, apparently. That's okay. Accept decision. So will be removed. Press no if you would like to select another moral choice. Personality ranking. Justice Seeker. Fate of Black Peter completed. Oh, I'll get a wee trophy as well. Aye, aye, Captain. Alright, next one is Riddle on the Rails. Some evidence required. So we're not going to play that tonight. We're going to play that next. Whenever we excuse me. Whenever we get into the next stream. Once I work
This
out
trip to the countryside.
Get out of it. Let's go back to the main menu. Yes. Hopefully that will allow us to resume the next time. Hope so anyway. Let it load in, see what happens. As always, continue. There we go. As always, boys, if you like what you see here, don't forget to click that like button down below. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to go to bed now. So that was Sherlock Holmes Part 1. There's 6 cases to go through, so we'll do over the next couple of weeks and get them all done and dusted before the new game comes out, and then we'll get the new game up and running as well. So, excuse me, but I've been your boy JB. I'll see you all again very, very soon.